Phil Foden has won 5 Premier League titles including a treble last season, and he's just 23 years old. He is by far one of the most underrated players in the world. So today we're gonna be playing his entire career until he retires in FC24, and these are the objectives that we're gonna try to achieve with him. And if you pay close attention, you'll realize that scoring 400 goals and getting 250 assists for a winger is extremely difficult, so it's gonna be a challenging video. Without any further ado, let's jump into season number 1, and this is the Man City squad that Foden will be working with. I mean, if you're being honest, they just won a treble and don't need anyone new, but they are missing a proper left back, so the board is gonna sort that out. In classic Man City fashion, they've gone big and signed one of the most promising left backs in the world in Theo Hernandez. He goes into the team, and now it's time to put Foden on a development plan. We want him to grow to a 99 overall as one of our objectives, and looking at his stats, his shooting really needs some work. Decent dribbling and decent passing, but definitely the shooting needs some work. Just because of that, I'm gonna put him on an inverted winger plan, and that's gonna help him become a more rounded player. We are now simming straight to the Ballon d'Or ceremony in October to check out who wins it this year. Time for the Ballon d'Or ceremony, and I think this year Foden's teammate, as you can see, Haaland, has won it indeed. Next season, we're gonna go all in to make sure that Foden is at least in contention. Remember, we have the objective to win 5 Ballon d'Ors throughout Phil Foden's career. That's gonna be a difficult one, honestly. End of season number 1, and let's see where Man City finished. Phil Foden has to win 10 league titles throughout his career. And scrolling up now to see Man City did it. Let's go, 101 points. They completed a century. However, it seems that Man City's curse in the UCL has returned as Bayern make a comeback with 3 goals in the second leg to beat us 2-3 on aggregate. No UCL for Foden this season. That means no progress at all towards the objective. But boys, look at these individual stats. 11 goals and 5 assists in 55 games, which isn't great, but he's up to an 89 overall. Crazy growth by Foden just in the first season. Insane progress overall in my opinion. Checking in with our objectives at the end of season 1, and if Foden wants to get anywhere near the 400 goals, he needs to start ramping it up. It's the start of season number 2, and guys, if I'm being honest, as long as Foden plays with Haaland and Alvarez in the team, he's not gonna be the one getting all the goals and assists. If we want him to meet the objectives, we definitely need to get him on another team where he can actually get the goals. And because of that, I'm gonna be adding him to the transfer list. Let's see what offers he gets. First offer has come in, and it is indeed Liverpool, who are offering 180 million. I feel like Liverpool is gonna be the perfect spot because they don't really have a scoring striker. And because of that, I'm gonna accept that offer. Foden has made his way into the Liverpool squad, and season number 2 is gonna be spent here. As I said, guys, they have Gakpo, but he's not really a marksman, and the wingers are playing much forward in this Liverpool squad. I feel like he'll get a lot of goals this season. One big thing that you'll notice about the squad is that Trent is now gone, so the board has replaced him with Reece James, who's yet another great English right back, and Kamavinga and Modric both have made their way into the Liverpool squad from Real Madrid. This team is absolutely stacked. Hopefully Foden can get crazy amounts of goals and assists this season. Foden's shooting has grown quite massively from last season, up to 84 from 78, I believe, and this season we're gonna put him on a wide playmaker plan in order to make sure that he can get his passing up as well. The Ballon d'Or winner for the last season has been announced, and it's Erling Haaland. This guy has won 2 in a row. Foden needs to ramp up real quick. End of season number 2. Foden won it in the first season with City. Can he do it with Liverpool as well? And oh my days! Liverpool finished 3rd, 5 points behind Arsenal, who won the league. This is not a good sign at all, man. In the Champions League as well, Liverpool got knocked out by Bayern Munich 4-2 on penalties. I hate this team so much, man. Bayern always get through. The only hope this season was Foden's individual stats, and he scored just 13 goals and 6 assists in 40 appearances. He grew by 1 overall. He's up to a 90, but overall, guys, Foden is moving so slow towards his objectives. The Ballon d'Or nominees for season 2 are out, and Mo Salah is in contention, but yet again, Foden is not in the list. So we're not gonna bother with the ceremony. Let's just jump to the end of season 3 and see where things are standing. It's the end of season number 3. Scrolling up the Premier League table to see if Foden can finally win his 2nd title in 3 seasons. And yes, he can. 76 points for Liverpool. That's quite low, but they have done it. That's yet another Premier League for Foden. But in the round of 16, they get knocked out again by Inter 4-1 on aggregate. That's extremely embarrassing in my opinion. And it's Juve or City in the finals. This time the stats are slightly better, as Foden scored 18 goals and got 7 assists in 47 appearances, but if I'm being honest, he's nowhere near averaging around 30 goals, which he needs to meet the objective. Something needs to change, and it needs to change very fast. In other news though, the year is 2026 and it's time for Foden's first World Cup with England. This is the group that we have. Czech Republic, Romania and Qatar should be simple enough. Let's sim to the end of group stages and see where things stand. Before we sim though, looking at this team and oh my days guys, they have Bellingham who's 91 rated, Ramsdale's 87, Saka's 90, Foden's 91. This squad is insane. I feel like they have a high chance of winning it this time. It is the end of group stages and England actually finished second behind Czech Republic. That is not a good sign. In the round of 16 though, we are facing Portugal. Against Portugal, simming the game now. Can England do it? And they win 4-3 on penalties. Vamos! Next up in the quarterfinals, we're facing Italy and this must trigger some PTSD in the English players. Simming the game now. Can England do it? Yes, they can. 2-1 victory. Saka and Bellingham scoring. Let's go! Guys, I accidentally simmed over the semi-final and we did win it. Time to find out who will be facing in the final. And it's gonna be France. Can it come home? Is it coming home? It's coming home. It's coming home. Football's come. And Goku. Why? The English curse is so real. We reached the final, but we failed to win the World Cup. What a massive L this career sim is turning out to be. Time for season number 4 and time to get back at Liverpool. And honestly, looking at the squad, guys, don't think it needs any changes. But as we've seen until now, it's not been going good at all for Foden at Liverpool. He's not making a lot of progress. I'm gonna give him one more season at Liverpool and see how he does. If he's not making progress, we're gonna have to transfer him over to a new club where he can actually do some damage. Alright guys, end of season number 4. Have Liverpool done it for Phil Foden and won him his third league title? Scrolling up and they haven't. They lost to Man City by 3 points. He's not making progress, man. How will he achieve his objective? And in the round of 16, PSG knocked us out 4-3 on aggregate. That is embarrassing, man. However, growing yet again by 1 overall at 92, Phil Foden scored 19 goals, got 16 assists and 52 appearances. That's a decent enough season. I just feel like the team is not supporting him at all. Honestly guys, I feel like I've had enough of Liverpool. Forget about winning the Ballon d'Or. He can't even be in contention because of his performances and overall performances of the team. I think it's time that Foden moves away from Liverpool and joins an elite club because he's literally one of the best players in the world. So I'm adding him to the transfer list. And in a few days, Arsenal have shown up with a 225 million offer for Foden. But honestly, I don't feel like Arsenal is still the right place to go because he's ultimately gonna end up in a situation like he's at Liverpool. I'm gonna wait a bit more and see what other offers come in for Foden. However, in the end, one club did show up for Foden and it's a club that can definitely win him some UCLs. It's none other than Real Madrid themselves. The idea here is simple. Foden literally needs tons of goals, tons of assists and tons of trophies at a personal and team level, and the one club that can make it happen is Real Madrid. So he's made his way there. Hopefully this season we can see some massive improvements, not just in his performances but in his trophy cabinet as well. He fits in right into the team as Vinicius is no longer at Real Madrid. Surprisingly, his national teammates Bellingham and Arnold are also at Real Madrid, so he should have some chemistry right off the bat. We are now simming to the end of season number 5. Let's see what Foden can cook at Real Madrid. End of season number 5. Have Real Madrid helped Foden increase his League Cup count? And yes, they have 84 points, 4 points over Barcelona. Madrid have done it, but the important question, how did they do in the Champions League? Bro, you've got to be kidding me. Liverpool of all teams have knocked out Madrid. Foden's ex-club, which he left to win the UCL, has knocked out Madrid in the semi-finals and are in the finals. This has to be a joke. What is going on in this sim? But finally, on an individual level, Foden has scored 36 goals, got 8 assists in 52 games, up to a 93 as well. He's making some progress towards his individual stats. Time to see whether he's in contention for the Ballon d'Or. The Ballon d'Or winner has been announced. Phil Foden was the top scorer at Real Madrid. Has he done it? Yes, he has. Oh my days, he's won it without winning the UCL as well. That's amazing. First Ballon d'Or for Phil Foden, and that's coming at the end of season number 5. 4 more to go to meet his objective. Let's him to the end of season 6 and see what his stats are looking like. It is now the end of season number 6. Has Phil Foden done it yet again? Scrolling up, and he hasn't. 5 points off the top. FC Barcelona minute. What is Phil Foden doing, guys? What do I do? And we got knocked out by AS Monaco in the semi-finals of all teams. Leipzig and Monaco in the finals. What is this? The Conference League? Trophy-wise, I think, guys, Foden has the ultimate curse. But individually, he did score 26 goals, got 8 assists. He's still at 93 overall. Not a great season overall. He's not making a lot of progress. I'm so confused, man. Checking in our objectives, and 6 seasons since we've literally won 0 UCL titles. We need to win 5 with Foden in order to complete the objectives. This is going so tragic. I think next year we're gonna help Real Madrid rebuild their squad and hopefully then they can win some trophies. Foden wasn't even the top scorer in La Liga this season, so I'm not gonna bother checking the Ballon d'Or because I know he's lost it. Season number 7 with Foden at Real Madrid. The squad is completely stacked. The subs are ready for the season. I feel like this is the breakout year. Please Foden, can you do it? Can you pull off a treble? Whatever you can pull off, just pull it off, man. End of season number 7. This was a make or break season for Madrid because they had the perfect squad for it. Rolling up in La Liga and we came second by 1 point. What is going on, guys? This is not good at all, man. We came to Madrid to win trophies and we've barely won any. And in the Champions League final, we lost to Man City 3-1. Oh my days. Foden's home club is thriving, but Real Madrid cannot help themselves to win one UCL for Foden. What is going on in this sim, man? I'm just so helpless. Looking at the individual stats, Foden is finally up to a 94 overall. He scored 25 goals, got 8 assists, but yet again, he wasn't the top scorer even at the club. And since it's 2030, it's the year of the World Cup. England finally have yet another chance with Foden to win it and bring it home. Our group looks simple enough. Norway, Scotland and New Zealand, all irrelevant teams, should be a breezy group stage run. The group stages are done and as expected, England top the group. In the round of 16, England will be facing their neighbours in Iceland. We simmed the game and England were easily able to get the win. Next up is the quarterfinal and it's against Denmark. Again, should be a simple enough victory for England, and yes it is. Semi-finals is a tough one. It's against Portugal. Can England do it? Last time they lost the finals to Portugal. It is time for revenge. And Portugal make us lose again. No World Cup for Foden. It's not coming home, man. 7 seasons have been such an hell. Anyhow, we'll be back for season 8. It's the beginning of season number 8 and looking at the team, guys, I mean, I've lost count of how many 90 plus players are there in the team. Still, we're not winning the amount of trophies that we need to. Hopefully, this season will be a change. I'm gonna trust this squad, sim to the end of it and see what happens. End of season number 8. Scrolling up La Liga to see if we've won it. And yes, we have 86 points. Barcelona finishing 4th. That's embarrassing. Anyhow, we move. Foden wins his 4th league title. However, in the Champions League, in the round of 16, Liverpool knocked us out 5-2 on aggregate. That is embarrassing, man. Foden keeps getting eliminated by his previous clubs. What is going on? Individual stats wise, Foden is now up to 95 rated, 38 goals and 5 assists in 54 games. However, Rodrigo did edge him out with 43 goals. So I'm not sure if he'll be in contention for Ballon d'Or. We are 8 seasons in. This is going so bad. I mean, yeah, yet again, Foden was the second highest top scorer in La Liga. So I don't think he'll be in contention for Ballon d'Or. We are now at the Ballon d'Or ceremony for season number 8. I feel like Rodrigo is gonna win it. Let's see who wins it. Oh my god, wait. Phil Foden has won it! Oh my days! Phil Foden has actually done it! Over Rodrigo, I don't know how that happened. He scored more goals, got more assists, but somehow Foden has done it. Wow, second Ballon d'Or for Phil Foden. We're making progress finally in some areas. Guys, it's the end of season number 9. Foden has won 0 UCLs, but finally with Madrid, he is in the finals against Borussia Dortmund. We're gonna sim this game and see what happens. We won on penalties. Oh my days, but we've done it. Foden with his first UCL trophy. Scrolling up La Liga as well for the first time. Will Foden be able to pull off a double? And yes, let's go, guys. 10 points over Atletico. Real Madrid do it in the 9th season. Another league title for Foden. However, individual stats wise, yet again it is a second best season behind Rodrigo with 23 goals and 9 assists for Foden, who's 95 overall still. It is now time for the Ballon d'Or ceremony. Who will take it home? I feel like Rodrigo definitely deserves it this season. And I think it's gonna be him, guys. Yes, it is, unfortunately. Let's sim to the end of season 10 and see how Phil Foden performed. End of season number 10 and Foden has made it into yet another Champions League final. His second to be exact, against Tottenham. I'm simming it. Let's see what happens. And Madrid do it. Let's go, boys. Rodrigo and Brahim scoring, securing the victory for Foden. Scrolling up in La Liga as well. Barcelona edged it out with 5 points over Madrid, man. That's embarrassing. Would you look at that? Finally, after 10 seasons, Foden scored 35 goals, got 18 assists in 57 appearances. He's the top scorer at Madrid and he won the UCL as well. High chances for Ballon d'Or again. Let's sim to the Ballon d'Or ceremony to see if he's won it. The Ballon d'Or winner for season number 10 has been announced and it is Foden. Let's go! Third Ballon d'Or for Foden. While we sim to the end of season number and update on the objectives, we're literally close to nothing. Hopefully he can win more Ballon d'Ors in the coming season so that we at least achieve that one objective. End of season number 11 and actually Madrid has made it into yet another UCL final with Foden. We're gonna sim it and see what the team can do. and they win it. Let's go, boys. This is amazing. And in La Liga as well, Real Madrid win the league on head-to-head against Barcelona as they had the worst goal difference. Anyways, it works in our favor and Foden wins his 6th league title. Individual stats-wise, Foden had a crazy good season as he scored 36 goals, got 14 assists, which is brilliant. I think there's a Ballon d'Or incoming this season as well. Before the Ballon d'Or though, this is a World Cup year and England are indeed in the World Cup. The group consists of Poland, Morocco and Romania. Should be simple enough. Let's sim to the end of it. Okay, so I'm a bit confused here. England finished 3rd in their groups, which means they should have been eliminated. But if we see, they made it to the round of 16 and they beat Italy 3-1. I'm confused, but I mean, I'll take it. Our next match is the quarterfinal and it's against Germany. We're gonna sim this game. Hopefully England can beat them. And yes, they do by just 1 goal as well. Jackson scoring. In the finals, we're facing Netherlands, simming the game. And we win it 1-0 again, Hall scoring this time. But the final, boys, it's against our arch enemies, Portugal. They have beaten us previously. One objective is all I'm asking, Foden. You have got this. Please, simming the game now. And Portugal beat us again. No, this English curse, man. It's not coming home. And unfortunately, Foden can't even finish this objective. I'm so frustrated with this squad. Anyhow, for season number 11, Ballon d'Or winner has been announced. And it is Foden. Let's go. 4th Ballon d'Or. Just 1 more needed. Come on, Foden. You've got this. End of season number 12 and Madrid are yet again in a UCL final. Let's go. Crazy progress in the final few seasons. Simming the game now. Can Madrid do it? No, they can't. Foden and Madrid lose it yet again. However, checking out La Liga for the 12th season and Madrid have done it, guys. 84 points, win over Barcelona. Always good to see. The important question is about individual stats and Foden managed to score 31 goals, got 15 assists and 60 appearances, which is brilliant. But the sad news is that he's 35 years old and he's dropping in his overall. I think we're in his final few seasons. Regardless, we're gonna jump to the Ballon d'Or ceremony and see if we can nab it this time too. The Ballon d'Or winner for season number 12 has been announced and it is Erling Haaland. No way, man. That sucks. Starting season number 13 and we have some bad news, guys. Foden, who's 35 years old, is gonna be retiring at the end of the season. So this is gonna be his final season. Let's just jump to the end and do an overall of the objectives. One final time, Madrid has made it into the finals of the UCL against Liverpool, who are Foden's ex-club. We're gonna sim this game and unfortunately we lose it. Vinny Jr. has made it into Liverpool. Foden scoring as well, but that wasn't enough and we have lost it one last time. Scrolling up in La Liga to see if they could manage to win it, and yes, they did. 4 points over Barcelona. Babo. And in his final season, Foden drops to a 91 overall, but he managed to score 24 goals and got 20 assists. All in all, if we consider the objectives that we had set for Foden, he could only manage to score 339 goals, got 139 assists, got really close to finishing the Ballon d'Or objective with winning 4. However, this was absolutely tragic. Let us know which player we should try in the comments next and we'll try to finish the objectives with them. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.